But maybe that's because I'm Gen X, and so I'm just totally alienated at all times. But I find that like we are in a moment where we need to transform these spaces that we work in, because we cannot bear to see another Black woman in her 60s in academia drop dead. We just cannot bear it. We cannot bear to see Black women leaders in academia who are completely abandoned and left to just suffer a demise if they take on leadership. I have certainly seen in my generation of academia, everybody wanting to step back and retreat from leadership. And I've also seen the generation before me not really wanting to cede power or positions yet. And really is feeling like the bar just keeps moving. And I, like you told me today, can I say it? She told me 4 books at Maryland to get full professor, and I almost had a heart attack. I never heard of that, just for you. So, it's like the goalpost keeps getting moved for each generation also, and I think these kinds of things, if we're talking about the longevity of Black women's scholarship and knowledge production, we have work to do of like handing over batons and making more space and those kinds of things in these institutions too. I'm very worried about the retreat that might happen of Black women in academia for all these reasons, where it's difficult right now.
I think certain women, Black women, are well suited for academia. I think the kinds of fights that are coming down the road, you have to really be a warrior and think of yourself as a warrior in these particular settings, as opposed to I'm going to go have a lovely life as an academic and just sort of drink and have cocktails and chat about ideas. I think this is not what it's about. This is about battling for space, battling for intellectual territory, and only certain people are cut out for that, who are willing to do it, and because it's hard. So that's the thing. But the issue is how to nurture the talent in a variety of ways that are not tethered to these institutions. When I look at Black women, I see nothing but talent. All you have to do is look at young ones, and boys too, by the way. This isn't just women, but Black boys as well. But I see nothing but talent. And the whole notion of knowing we're sending our kids off to these institutions that are going to chew them up and spit them out unrecognizable to us is something that we should be outraged about and think about how we're going to do things differently so that does not happen. So I would say that, and I would want to know the possibilities or the options, or to think creatively about how tech can be in that process, both as critical and as creative, in thinking about those types of specific issues. So to me, there's a lot at stake, and you're right in the middle of it in important ways.
I want to return to the question you initially asked about these generations and the speeding up of it as well, because I think it's a way to really think about tech's influence in the way that we conceptualize ourselves and the separations between ourselves. I was working in brand marketing right before graduate school as well, and the introduction of the notion of millennial was happening like around that time. I think we were